Oh boy, do I fucking hate.
Emmett, stop. I'm trying to run away from my irrational thoughts. Have you ever run away from your irrational thoughts? And I mean physically, not mentally. Now, I'm assuming the answer is no, because normal people don't do that. But your girl Lissy does. And here's a story of why I do. So, your girl has OCD. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically obsessions that will fester in your mind, and because of them, they'll make you do compulsions. So, an obsession could be, I'm afraid of having dirty hands, and a compulsion would be compulsively washing your hands. Well, for me, I end up getting obsessions of, wow, I said this about someone, or I did this like 5 years ago, and now I need to tell them now because this really matters, because if I don't, then I'm not being honest. And because of this, I'll type it all out and I'll send it, and that stresses me out to the limit. So yesterday, I was gonna go for a run, but I had to go to Walmart and to the bank, and I had to buy myself these nice headphones because that is quality to having a nice run, even though I don't. So, I get home, and I'm still being plagued by these intrusive memories. So at this point, I call up my friend, and I'm like, you wanna know what? I'm gonna need you after because I'm gonna go for a run. And I type them all out, all these memories, like by person, organized. And then I send them out. But I don't send them out until I get my shoes on, my headphones in my ears, all set up, all Bluetooth connected, and I got music going. So I send both of these texts out, right? And then I book it down the road. When I mean book it, I mean you would think I'm being chased. And I physically, I hate running. It's tiring, it was freezing out, and I was not having it. So by the time this is all going on, I got the responses from the people, and everything was a-okay. I am standing in the middle of the road after everything has went down like this. Yes! So after this, I decide I'm done. So I start walking towards my house, right? Dogs are barking. I'm not really thinking because it's dark and I don't want to get mugged. I don't live in the best neighborhood either. I start walking into my backyard and I'm like, wow, Alyssa, you did not sprain your ankle. I have a tendency to do this. I've done this all through high school. I did it during softball season. I was kind of known for it. So I was really, really proud, right? So I'm walking in the backyard, and what do? I trip. And what do I do next? I hurt my ankle. Thank God it wasn't to the point where I really hurt it because I could walk it off, so I haven't gone. It's kind of a sprain because I can tell, but if I just wait it out, it'll go away, which is what I'm going to do because I really don't feel like going to the hospital. After all of this happens, I call my therapist. Well, she calls me because we had a check-in because I'm crazy. We need to make sure that I was a-okay. So she calls me and she's like, hey girl, like, what's up? How you doing? And I was like, oh, you know, I was just running away from my intrusive thoughts. And she goes, what do you mean you're running away from your intrusive thoughts? And I was like, oh, I just had a compulsion to tell people, so I physically just had to text it to them, and then I booked it down the road. So there's a pause, and all I hear is, you booked it down the road? I was like, yeah, like, why is that so confusing? She's like, it's kind of cold out. Are you serious right now? And I was like, yeah, I booked it down the road. And even then, she thought I was a bit crazy too. And that's okay, because that's what we're working on. So I'm explaining to her how I'm standing in the middle of the road trying to figure out just how good I am with my triumphant pose. And I'm like, these people must think I'm crazy just booking it down the road. She goes, Alyssa, if anyone asks, just tell them you're getting chased by hellhounds. That always works.